Hi, this is going to be my first redstone video on this YouTube channel, and this build I've done is something for my automatic brewing station, and I basically just wanted a design to be able to know when the last reagent would be done brewing inside the brewing station. So to do that, I set up this little it's kind of overly complicated, but I couldn't find any clear YouTube videos that had already done this, and I couldn't find any previous literature about this either. I couldn't find anything online about it, so I kind of had just implemented myself. A lot of the other videos I saw, they would use the pretty much the same thing, a comparator reading into the hopper, and whenever there was an item in it, it would still read and it would show a light. But that doesn't work because once that item goes into the brewing station, you're not going to get a signal anymore, and then this light is going to turn off or turn on depending on if you have an inverter redstone torch, and then it's going to change, and it's not a good accurate way of telling when your potions are done because you still have 20 seconds left. So to fix that, I still implemented the comparator reading into this, but as you can see, there's not a redstone signal going off until I put in another reagent. I'll show you how I did that, or I'll show you how that works in a couple seconds. This is kind of just basically an alternated ethos timer. It's not really an ethos timer because it's not constantly going back and forth. It's triggered by alternating pistons. This is locked right now, but as soon as the redstone signal gets enough strength, it's going to turn this piston on, unlocking this one, and lowering this one, causing this one to be locked, and filling up this redstone signal, turning on this comparator, which in turn will turn off the lamp. Basically letting you know that there is something that still needs to be brewed. So if I were to take some, let's take some water bottles. Let's get some, I think we need to do blaze powder because I think I broke it and re-picked it up again. Another wart, let's just do glistening melon. Let's make it instant health 2 and a splash potion. Okay, so we go ahead and put our bottles in, like so. And then we just insert our, okay, we gotta do blaze powder first. And then we do another wart, melon, glowstone dust, and then gunpowder. Alright, so the light has turned off now. And these redstone lamps are starting to go into this hopper, which is going to hold in this one until all the things have been brewed. So you still got a lot of things left. So that one finished. But this one hasn't reset yet because there's still something in this hopper. Oops, sorry, this hopper. And yeah, you're still getting a comparator signal. This is still turned off, and the light is still turned off. So as this keeps brewing, the gunpowder is now going to be the last thing in this. So once this one finishes brewing, the gunpowder is going to go in. This redstone signal is not going to be giving off enough input, and these are basically going to alternate. This one's going to unlock, and this one's going to lock, making them go back into this one. So just like that, gunpowder went in, they alternated, now they're flowing back into this one. It's still off, but once there's nothing left in this hopper, the redstone lamp is going to turn back on, and basically going to let you know that it is it's finished. Let's see, so just finished, and then the lamp just turned back on. So this is going to be really useful for whenever your brewer is out of reach, like you can't see it or you can't even hear it, like letting you know whenever the cycle's finished. But even then, if you still can't see, if you even can see it and hear it, it's still nice to know when everything is done brewing, that way you're not constantly clicking and checking hoppers and all that. So here is the here are the materials you're going to need. Basically just a handful of redstone torches and a handful of redstone dust, depending on how far you want to make this. Yeah, and you're gonna need the repeater though, because I don't think it's possible if you just go off 2 redstone signals. Although there probably would be a better way if you increase the amount in here you could give off a stronger input, but I just find that this is the easiest because it's a clean even number, or sorry, it's not a clean even number, but it's a low number, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, less resources, but it might get harder to adjust it when it scales up. Okay, another thing is that whenever you do put something in it, basically just one thing like that, it is not going to work. So if you just put in nether wart to make an awkward potion, it's not going to let you know when the potion's done because it's going to go right through and nothing's going to be sitting in the hopper. But in like, I guess, real gameplay, nobody's really just making awkward potions, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. And also, so if you have like a giant like hopper chain, I believe it takes 0.4 seconds for something to pass through one hopper. So if you have something all the way over here, all right, let's say you have so you've got some nether wart, and then you have some melon. Oops. Yeah, so let's say you put in the nether wart and put it right there, and that's gonna start. Oops. Yeah, the water ball is going. That's gonna start. And then let's say you walk down and you put in the glistening melon. It's not going to go off until it takes 0.4 seconds for each item to pass through a hopper. And it's not going to be accurate because you're going to see that the melon it's going to fill in right after this. But it didn't have the enough time to do the full 55 items. So really, this design is only good for when you have 3 items, like 3 reagents. Let's do like nether wart or blaze powder or something else, and then glowstone or one of those secondary reagents. Because like the potion's done already, but this light turned back on way too soon. I'm not a redstone master by any means. I'm still learning, obviously, with my whole entire world over here of contraptions. I don't even know who's gonna watch this video, probably nobody, but if y'all have any better suggestions about how to do this, I would bet my life savings on there being an easier way to do this, and probably more accurate to where you can even get an appropriate timing on when you can finish just 2 reagents, like another wart and a melon, just for like an easy instant health potion. Letting you know when it's done, but let me show you the real world application in my realm. Okay, so this is my automatic brewing station on my realm. I have the line of secondary reagents, minus oozing, along with all the primary reagents. So let's go inside and take a look at this setup. Here's the same thing, just underground. A little bit more redstone because I wanted it to be longer and extend up, so I did an inverted redstone torch chain. But yeah, basically it's good for anything over 3 reagents. We have the line of hoppers. It's reading through this hopper right here because this is where the reagents go through. Everything else, the nether wart, excuse me, goes through this hopper, or sorry, the blaze powder will go through the hopper under this one, like that, and then the bottles will go in through the side. But let me show you how it works. So let's say I wanted to do 2 potions. I want to do, let's see. I think I'll do a fire resistance potion with extra duration. Do that. Fire resistance, longer effect, and we can just make a splash potion. Might as well. So as you can see, the light turned off now. I should have mentioned that before, but I don't know if you caught it, but the light was originally on. So, and we'll wait for the potions to finish brewing, and then you'll see the light turn back on, and then it will be good to go. And just like that, the light turned back on, and oh my goodness, there's a lot of zombies outside. 1 second. Let's just turn those off real quick. And light turned back on. Click this button. And we'll get our potions. Just like that. This is by no means the most efficient way of doing this. All I've got back here is some redstone sorters. Pretty simple. But But this is basically a video, not really to teach people how to do this, because I understand that this is highly inefficient and very bulky. This is more of a video of me asking other people, I guess if they ever watch this, what would be an easier way of doing this? Because I want it to be precise in that it finishes as the last reagent is being brewed. But if I just ran a comparator into this hopper to see when there was something in it, then I would get a false redstone signal whenever there was still something being brewed. Likewise though, this does not work for 2 reagents because the timer does not last long enough whenever there's only one in here after you, it's like, yeah, human delay. So yeah, if anybody has any better suggestions, or if this is like a good design and you want to use it, I guess that's good also. But this is honestly not that good, obviously not, because, I mean, look at my redstone technique. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I've got a block of redstone here on this lamp to power it. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's got a little trickier for me though, because I have all these hoppers I can't really lock. I have to be careful about it. But even then, I'm still not that well versed in it. But yeah, that's my what's a good way what's a good thing of calling this? I guess like notification system for the automatic brewing station. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and maybe y'all could reach out.